So today is August 7th, and I was just FaceTiming my mom, and I got my ticket to Europe. I'm flying into Amsterdam. I'm flying out the midnight from 28th to 29th. My flight is actually 5 minutes after midnight on the 29th. And 29th of August was when I came. Oh my god, I don't want to cry. August 29th was the day 4 years ago. It's going to be 4 years ago, that day that I flew into New York to start a new chapter. And oh my god. It's not sad tears, by the way. It's all good tears. I am excited for the new chapter, but I can't believe that this one is ending sort of tears. So yeah, I wanted to make it super memorable and close off the chapter the same day that I started the chapter, exactly 4 years, the same day. So yeah, I feel like August 29th is always going to be very memorable for me. Yeah, I'm leaving New York City. Also, everything has been happening so quick ever since I made the decision. First, I made the decision that I'm gonna go to Europe for 5 months. I made that decision a week ago on Thursday, and then that week on Saturday, which was 3 days later, I realized that it's not gonna be 5 months, that I am fully getting rid of my apartment. I am closing off, everything that needs to be closed off here in the city, and then going off to Europe. I'm so excited. I'm so relieved. I don't know why. It just feels so right. And ever since I made that decision, I mean, I tell you guys that, I believe that we are always guided. Everything happens for a reason. And things have been like stalling in New York lately. And now that I made the decision, to move to Europe, everything has been, the last 72 hours have been insane. I found an incredible couple who are going to be moving into my apartment and signing a lease with my landlord. They're going to buy all of my furniture for me, which is like godsend because that's what I was hoping for. I finished some business that was like everything's moving so quickly, so fast. And yeah, just bought the ticket. So I am leaving in exactly 3 weeks from now. It's probably going to be exactly 2 weeks by the time you're watching this video. But now on August 7th, it's going to be exactly 3 weeks from now that I leave. I feel excited about life once again. I feel like I got really comfortable here, but I feel like I was morphing into a person that wasn't really me. I was not really enjoying the loud, crazy New York life anymore. And, New York is the center of the universe, but I didn't want to be in the center of the universe anymore. I miss my family like crazy, so I'm happy that I'm gonna go be in Europe, be closer to them. I am flying into Amsterdam, so I am gonna be in Holland with my family there. And then after being there for a little while, I don't know where I'll go. I have no plan. I've always had a plan in my life. I've always been a super control freak. I have to know what's happening. I have to know when. I love control. I love, knowing what's gonna happen with like my days and my weeks and my months. But you know what? I feel like me stepping into this new chapter is my plan. My plan is no plan. And I've never had that, so I am excited. I am excited to let go of control. I've always wanted to live in different countries in Europe for a little while. So I know I want to go to France and live there for a month or two. I want to go to Spain, live there for a month or two. I want to go to Italy. I really want to go to Portugal. Like I want to go to all these different places, and this is my time to actually do it right now. So I'm very excited. I am really excited. And a lot of emotions have been coming up the last few days. Of course, naturally. So I'm not crying because I'm sad. I am crying because I am so proud of myself for making this decision. I feel like so often we get stuck in a rut and we're like, oh yeah, well, I've been doing this for this many years, so I guess now I have to do it. And my goal as a little girl was always to live in New York. And I achieved that goal. And because I achieved that goal, I thought that I have to keep living here forever, until a friend told me, she was like, look, like you wanted to live in New York, you achieved that goal, you did it, Now it's time to move on to other goals. And that blew my mind. I was like, how did I not think of that? It's almost like if you set a goal to run a marathon, right? You tick it off. You did it. Amazing. It doesn't mean that you have to run a marathon every single day. Like you achieve that goal. And my goal was to live in New York City, to have my own apartment and experience life of like, having your own apartment and living in New York City. And I did it. I made my little girl proud. Like, I know that my 14-year-old self would be so, so happy and excited, and I'm so proud of myself. But this is not really like, this is not where I'm meant to be. I feel like I try to talk myself into, no, but like now you live in New York and you have your life here. Like, how dare you move away from the center of the universe, from, the American dream. But I came here a child. I came here a month after having turned 18 with dreams of being this huge actor and doing acting and being in the entertainment world. And the last 4 years, I experienced a lot of growth, a lot of ups and downs, and so many things happened. And my values changed, my goals changed, I changed. It's like day and night. The person who I was 4 years ago to who I am right now, it's like a complete 180. So it just didn't feel right to keep trying to mold myself into this New York person that I knew deep within is not who I am. I still consider myself a New Yorker, and I'm gonna take that part of me and bring it to Europe, that drive, that ambition, just kind of like the big city energy. But yeah, I mean, the US is going to be here. It's not going to run away. New York is not going to run away. I still can come here even if I want to for like 2-3 months at a time. Like, it's all good. But I'm excited for the new adventures. I'm excited to start a new chapter because I know with every single cell in my being, like, I just needed to leave. And I've had this in my mind for the last 4 months. I kept justifying, why I need to stay here. But I have the apartment, I have all the furniture, I have a job here, I'm doing all these things here. Like, I've built a life here. I've built my first adult experience, my first adult portion of my life here. How dare I move away? But there's a chapter from The Alchemist. I actually want to read it. Wait, let me get my phone. I also stumbled upon it accidentally. Like, there are no accidents, but I stumbled upon it about 4 days ago. And it helped me, it kind of like made me realize that my decision that I want to go to Europe was the right decision, because this is how it goes. Why do we have to listen to our hearts? The boy asked when they had made camp that day. Because wherever your heart is, that's where you'll find your treasure. But my heart is agitated, the boy said. It has its dreams, it gets emotional, and it's become passionate over a woman of the desert. It asks things of me, and it keeps me from sleeping many nights when I'm thinking about her. Well, that's good. Your heart is alive. Keep listening to what it has to say. My heart is a traitor, the boy said to the alchemist when they had paused to rest the horses. It doesn't want me to go on. That makes sense. Naturally, it's afraid that in pursuing your dream, you might lose everything you've won. Well, then, why should I listen to my heart? Because you will never again be able to keep it quiet. Even if you pretend to not have heard what it tells you, it will always be there inside of you, repeating to you what you're thinking about life and about the world. I feel like that answers my question of why I decided to go to Europe. My heart would not stop talking to me and nudging me like, I don't feel like this is the right place for you. I don't feel like you did it, you experienced it, but deep within, it's like, you gotta go to Europe. I'm feeling a really strong pull towards Europe. And I try to quiet my internal voice, my intuition, my heart for months. And it got louder and louder, and I was pretending that I can't hear it. But yeah, I've always wanted to live in different countries in Europe, as I said, at a few months at a time, and now I actually have the ability to do it, and I'm gonna do it. I miss Europe. I miss Europe so much. Oh my gosh, France and Spain and Italy. It's so beautiful. Yeah, I feel like the next videos that you can expect of me is kind of be like me wrapping up my life. I mean, look at all the suitcases. I've already gotten rid of like 4 bags of clothes, found an incredible, couple to rent my apartment. The stars aligned. They are absolutely amazing. And they came like at the perfect time. And what I am offering, like, this apartment, to sign a year-long lease with my landlady and buy all the furniture for me, that's exactly what they needed. And honestly, I just can't believe how, I can't believe how perfectly everything aligned, because it just shows me that I am going in the right direction. And as I said, the past 72 hours have been insane, and it just shows me how aligned everything is. So, yeah, it's crazy. It's still so surreal. I'm so excited. And as I said, I'm so proud of listening to my heart, because so often we don't. And then we have regrets. And if there's one thing that really scares me in life, is having regrets. And if I had never moved to New York and lived here, I would have regretted it, because I always would have wondered, oh, I wonder what it's like to live in New York and, live by yourself. So I lived in New York. I lived in New York by myself, have my own apartment. Amazing. That's checked off the list. But now I was always wondering, what would it be like to go and live in different countries for a month or two at a time in Europe? And I don't want to regret not knowing that and not experiencing that. So yeah, off to new adventures I go. I am experiencing every single emotion possible, but I'm just letting myself feel it. So yeah, 3 weeks, and then I'll be on a plane to Europe.